All-day tour, and we're gonna visit 3 wineries. Honestly, think my favorite might have been the Lard.
She broke my heart yesterday, but oh boy, is it so good. It's our second full day in Florence, but we're not in Florence. We are actually doing a Chianti wine tour through Tuscany, which is titled a Safari Chianti wine tour. And I thought safari meant there were animals. And yesterday, Lauren informed me that there are no animals on this tour.
Or it's not a safari, it's just the truck.
Lauren sent me some options, hey, I'm looking at doing these tours from Florence to go to different wine tastings. What do you think? And I saw safari, and I thought, wait, you're telling me I can go try different wines in Italy, and in between I'm gonna see animals?
Which for me, I just wanted to go on this one because it visited the most wineries.
But I thought, absolutely, I want to see some animals. And she broke my heart yesterday and told me that we will not be seeing any animals on this tour.
What?
It's just a name.
What?
I'm almost certain I told people that when we go to Florence, we're going to do a safari wine tour where we see animals and go try different wine, different Chiantis in Tuscany. And now I'm going to have to go back and be like, we didn't see any animals.
So we met at 9 a.m. and it's an all-day tour, and we're going to visit 3 wineries. And the first winery, we're here at Villa Le Corti. And I'm probably saying that wrong. But we had a tour of the vineyard. Then we had a wine tasting with some bruschetta,
not bruschetta.
Yes, bruschetta. And salume, and it was all very good.
Yes.
And our tour guide's been great. She's been talking a lot about olive oil.
Yeah,
and
she was telling
lots
us
of interesting facts.
the story about how at the vineyards and for the olive trees, everything's done organically, and the only pest they have is a fly.
Hello there, girly bug.
Shoe fly, don't bother me.
And the flies will come and lay eggs in the plants, ruining the plant. And how they counteract that is they put these little orange tags throughout the vineyard, and it's called sexual confusion. That is
that is the name.
She confirmed that's
Yeah.
the name. And what it does is it releases these female pheromones, I don't know. It releases these female aroma so that the flies, when they are around the vineyard, cannot find the female flies. It's impossible for them to find the female flies, so they just stay away. And that is how they counteract. The only pest they have is the fly. So, fun fact.
Yeah. So now we're just waiting for our bus, and then we're going to go to the second winery.
Yes.
So excited about that.
Lots of different wine today.
Taking it a little easy on our legs, not as much walking. So.
Yes.
Excited.
And fun fact, we were just talking to a couple here, and if you heard us raving about Osteria de Fortunata in Rome, and we were questioning whether or not we overhyped that
Yeah,
place.
because sometimes, I mean, food is subjective. So it's like, you know, what we might love,
But
you
they-
might not.
When we both found out we had just went to Rome, their first thing they asked us was, "Did you go to Osteria de Fortunata?"
And we were like, oh my goodness. And basically, it just reaffirmed our love for it.
The guy said, "We went twice, and the second time I ordered two
carbonara. Yes.
So
Get it.
totally
Go.
validating
Yes.
that if I'm ever on death row and they ask me what my last meal,
It might be.
that is
Yeah.
going to be a part of my last meal. So, well, more to come today here in Tuscany.
So we just got to the second winery, Rignana, I think I'm saying that right. And we just got here and we started off with an olive oil tasting and also had like a tasting of rosé, I think too. So
Yeah, the olive oil tasting was very interesting. They gave us 2 little glasses of olive oil.
one with an X, one without.
Yeah, just to mark it. And then they had us shake it to
Yeah.
warm it up,
Yeah.
and then shake up the other glass to warm it up. And then we smelled both
And then tasted.
and then tasted both. And it was very interesting. One of them, they were both, I mean, it was hard for us to really tell a difference, but one of them, a significant difference was it kind of burned slightly on the way down.
Yeah.
And she explained to us that that is what they ship to the U.S.
Yeah. Yeah.
We get the bad,
Yeah,
not the
basically.
bad, but we don't get the good olive oil.
Yeah.
No, give me that. You have the little one.
And she kind of taught us how to spot good olive oil, especially even in the grocery store. And
Yeah, you want to look for DOP. And also, on Chianti Classico or Chianti wine, you want to look for a black rooster on the label. And
because that's how you know it came from Italy.
same with olive oil. There will be a black rooster on the label for the real stuff. So
Yeah. So then we had lunch, went up on a terrace overlooking the winery, and it's beautiful. And we had
with this view in the background.
and we had 4 different kinds of bruschetta,
Yeah.
chicken liver,
Chicken liver, mushroom,
tomatoes, and
actually
a
5.
lard.
5.
Oh, and a white bean.
And a white
Yes.
bean.
And let me tell you, like, I was surprised by a couple of them. Honestly, I think my favorite might have been the lard, which sounds really
The
random.
flavor was so good.
Yeah, and the texture was good. It kind of reminded you of just like prosciutto, or it didn't have like a weird texture, and so it was
Yeah.
really good. And then after that, we had 2 different kinds of pasta. We had a thick noodle pasta with wild boar sauce, and also I think wild boar meat. And
Yeah, it was
basically
good.
tasted like beef. It was good, but the highlight was definitely the ravioli with stuffed with spinach with truffle cream sauce. Oh, like I could have eaten so much
And
of
it had shavings of truffle on top.
It was so good. I mean, it was, yeah, that was the best part. And we also
Yeah.
had some more wine, and it was all really good. And so we're here for another like 20 minutes, and then we're going to our 3rd winery, final one of the day. So really excited
Yeah.
and can't wait to try some more wine.
Yes. Apparently with that one, we're going to have wine and cheese
Yes.
to pair with
Yes.
it.
So more to come on that.
I will be
but
sad to leave this view.
Yes. It's, I could stay up here all day.
I can't stop
Yeah.
staring out over these hills, but looking forward to our next stop.
Our 3rd stop on the winery tour was called Poggio Tortelli. Poggio Torcelli.
And it had another beautiful view.
Yeah, and there was like a a mansion almost that was,
Yeah.
it was beautiful. And we had
You
three,
could see the Domo, the top of the Domo from their
terrace,
their
yeah.
property. It was,
And then, so he gave us a tour, and then we walked into the villa or whatever you want to call it, and we had 3 different types of wine and 3 different types of cheeses to go
I think
with
it
the
was
wine.
3 different types of pepperoni.
Pecorino.
Pecorino.
Yeah.
Pecorino.
You know,
Pecorino
yes.
cheeses, and they
it-
were all so good.
So good.
And then after that, we had about a 35-minute bus ride where I think everybody
Was just
trying to stay
done.
awake. We got back, and to that point, we talked about maybe walking back to the Airbnb because we weren't quite ready for dinner yet. The restaurant we want to go to doesn't open for a few hours, so I was afraid if we went back to the Airbnb, I would lay down and not get back up. And I think Laura.
Same with me.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was struggling.
So
pretty bad.
we decided to just stop at this little place we had heard about called Notte di Vino, which was close to where we got dropped off, and it was a great little spot. We just got a drink and ate some chips and just hung out, relaxed for a little bit. And now we're about to walk over the river to go find some dinner.
Fine, let's go eat.
We just got done eating dinner at Osteria Santo Spirito, and wow, it was so good.
So good.
But
We started with the mixed starter, which came with 3 different types of bruschetta, different.
cheese, salumi. I mean, it was so good.
It was good, and then we got the gnocchi,
Yes.
which if you will instantly know when you go that that's what they're known for, because it's all over their shirts, all over the servers'
Yes,
shirts.
and that's what you get there. That is,
And when it comes out, it
It's-
is boiling,
yes, hot. Yes.
and it takes a while to get
yes,
to where you
plan
can
to
eat it.
Plan to have some extra time on your hands because you're gonna have to wait for it to cool down. But
Oh boy,
is
is it so
it.
good. So it's basically like adult mac and cheese with gnocchi, but it's got truffle oil,
yeah.
and
Oh,
I
every
ate the whole
bite.
thing. I shouldn't have eaten all that. I mean, I was miserable walking out. I was so full, but it was every bite was totally worth it. I don't think I could eat anything else even if you gave it to me. But I don't
Nah.
know.
Who knows? I mean, when in Florence, right?
But then again, they do put it is right across the street from Gelato.